Thank you so much for your insights on that story. Very amazing insight on that. We move to our next story. Mother laments detention of teen over hair dye. Following remarks made by UK Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch about her family's experience with Nigerian police, social media has become a platform for Nigerians to share their own harrowing encounters with law enforcement. In a widely shared podcast interview, Badenoch revealed that the Nigerian police had once stolen her brother's shoes and watch. She stated, "The police in Nigeria would rob us. It is a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things." Reacting to her comments, a user identified as Irish Niger narrated a distressing experience involving her 15-year-old misraised son, who was allegedly arrested by police in Victoria Island, Lagos, for dyeing his hair. According to her account, her son had gone out to deliver food for her kitchen business, when he was apprehended, his phone confiscated, and he was transported to the anti-cultism unit in Bagada, far from their home. Irish Niger and her husband discovered his whereabouts only after receiving a heart-wrenching call from the terrified boy. Upon arriving at the station, the family was met with what she described as a deeply humiliating scene. Her son, stripped of his shirt, sat on the floor among about 100 others. Despite presenting evidence of his errand, a food bag and POS machine, the police insisted his crime was dyeing his hair. To secure his release, the family had to pay a fine. The ordeal left the family traumatized, with Irish Niger going into premature labor that required an emergency C-section. Her British husband, appalled by the incident, decided they could no longer remain in Nigeria. She said, "This incident broke us. My son was doing nothing wrong, just helping with our business. Yet, he was treated like a criminal." She also defended Badenoch, emphasizing that her statements reflect personal experiences many Nigerians can relate to. "When we speak out about the truth, we are accused of defamation or cyberbullying. Kemi should be left alone. She is saying exactly what she went through. If I were asked anywhere in the world, I would narrate my ordeal too." These testimonies highlight the broader issue of alleged police misconduct in Nigeria, sparking a renewed conversation about systemic reforms and accountability. Everybody you meet in Nigeria has, at one point or the other,
one negative story about the police.
About Nigerian police. What are your thoughts as regards to arresting a teenager for dyeing his hair?
That one is even better. Because by the time you hear other stories of just that somebody dyed hair, my problem is, I remember one time, my brother, my younger brother, his very good friend, I don't know what happened, his very good friend, his friend had an issue with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Now, either two of them fought or something, I don't know. My brother wasn't even aware of the problem that two of them were having. But something led to another thing. I think he beat up the girl, and then the girl, out of trying to retaliate, went and called his elder brother that was a policeman. By the time they got into the guy's compound, the guy seen the police people, he ran, jumped the fence and ran. Now, the question was this. The police, because they couldn't catch the person they came to catch, they now asked the girl, does he have any friend anywhere? See, yes, he had a friend. He now carried the police people to my younger brother was washing my dad's car. You understand? Washing my dad's car outside. And as a young boy now, he didn't understand. They just came and told him, your friend beat this girl up. Blah, 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 blah. Can you just get to station with us and just write a statement? Is that not deception? My brother felt like, wow, why will my friend do this now? Why will he do this? Now, at that point, he didn't talk to us actually, because if he had spoken to us in the parlor before going, we would have told him don't go anywhere. But he didn't know. He just felt like they would just tell you, don't worry, just come. My brother said the moment they got there, they started beating him. Remove your clothes, and then they pushed him inside the cell. What kind of humiliation is that? What kind of abuse is that? Then they now called us. When we now got there, they have forced him to write a statement. How he is a kidnapper, how he is this, how he is that. And then, when you look at all this, where are we going with all this?
Where are we going with all this?
And then you will be looking at the police people. They are laughing. Like that day, they're just making jokes. Oh, God, pay or else this boy will charge and go court. And many people are in the cell and are in prison right now. They don't do it not just like this. So
this case just come up and it's perplexing because now where did we get where did we get the drive that the police is your friend? Where do you think that came from?
That's just like we have the campaign promises that that never come to pass.
Where did this slogan, the police is your friend,
I've never seen them being friendly. I know that there are the good ones in the police system. You can imagine something that was so terrible that I met my classmate then in that place that is a policeman. I explained everything to him. The guy told me with his own mouth, say, sir, this is a very useless place. There's nothing I can do. Just find something and give them so your brother can be
why do you think things have gotten so bad?
I keep saying this it's painful because people don't know that some of these things they do go to wait for their children, their unborn children. You know, you may think today that you are getting the money, you are buying the cars at the expense of people's tears, at the expense of people's suffering. You are robbing people of their rights, you are robbing people of justice, you are robbing people, and gaining on top. You can never, even if it doesn't catch up with you, the truth of the matter is that your children will suffer it.
Now, one perspective from last week was the PPRO of police saying that Nigerians want the police force to be like American police force, that the citizens, like Nigerians, do not do what American citizens do to make the American police force as effective as it were more than the way the Nigerian police is seen. Do you think there are things that the citizens' roles we play as people? Because security agencies are there to guide and protect.
Let me ask you a question. As I am now, what do I need to do for police to do the right thing? Do I need to do anything for them to do the right thing? That statement doesn't hold water anywhere. Think about it, for instance. Okay, this story we are talking about now. You saw a little boy. Young boy, where are you going to? My mother sent me to go and deliver food. This is the POS to pay for the food. That's enough. Even if you are not sure, call your mother. Hello, ma. Did you send this boy? Yes. Where is your... If you can follow the boy back to verify. Do you understand me?
Do you think they are funded enough to have airtime to make those calls?
It's not about being funded enough. Okay, now, didn't they still make the call to call the parents? To tell the parents that their son is with them? Didn't they still make that same call? You see, the thing here is like I said, their focus is what they can... That, like in my dialect, there's something we say then in my state. They say, I'm going to speak it and then I will give the interpretation. They say, Vumkama carrier statement. That is, when you see police, pay. I'll go free.
Now, at the wake of this story, there's a rising incident allegedly that the police force has stopped people from checking of people's phones because of this Kemi Badenoch story that has actually grown really popular in the last few days, because lots of people on social media have expressed their experiences. Several experiences.
Right now, as a young man, now you cannot be looking young now and drive a good car. Police must stop you and think you are doing Yahoo.
Now, with these plans of the police to put up systemic reforms, what do you think they can do? Do you think it's sensitization that is going to work for the police force?
Three things that I believe that if they can do. Number one, let them train their people when it comes to ethics. There is a way you can dictate who is lying. These things are trainings that are done. Psychology can give you that. You don't even need to harass somebody to find the truth. You understand me?
All right.
There's a way you can ask somebody, the same question in 3 different ways.
Right.
If the person is lying, the person will give you 3 different answers. Do you understand? These are trainings to do. Then at the end of the day, they should be able to equip them. There are digital stuff that can be used for a few things. Okay, whose car is this? My dad's car. Every car that is on the road is meant to have a license. And all those licenses are captured. They should have a system where they are. You simply take the number of the license, and you put it in the system. Because abroad, most of those police vehicles have a computer there. So they take your card, they will ask for your ID card. As they take your ID card, they go and fill it in to check whether what you are telling them you do or who you are is true.
Yeah.
You understand me? So if I ask you, who are you, what do you do, and you tell me you are into this or you are into that, I go verify. If it's a business you say you're doing, your business should be registered. So if the business is not registered, why is your business not yet registered? Now, you can begin it from there. So even if you're holding the person down for doing a business without registering and paying his tax, we can understand.
All right.
Do you understand me? We can understand. Now, that will make the society move forward. Because with that, not just that, you don't have any basis.
On this, I want to come in and ask you something else. The police is seemingly everywhere. The police is not the only security agency in Nigeria.
Now, you know they are the police.
They are the police.
Now,
when there is 2 fighting,
yes,
is it the police that is supposed to handle it?
No. When there is,
when a man beats up his wife, is it the police that is supposed to handle it?
Okay, yes, that's part of, they call police because they police the people within the locality.
What is the job of NSCDC?
NSCDC, those ones, there's a lot of paramilitary organization that sometimes I ask myself.
Right. Do you think that is what causes the confusion?
Because
it just seemingly makes the police everywhere.
Exactly. Now, before, the SARS was meant to actually handle courtesan.
Right.
Now, from there, they left that area now.
And started doing the work of the FCC.
I started doing another work altogether. You understand me? So for me, like I said, training is very important. And if they can train, and then secondly, the government should pay these people very well. Because I also believe that if these people are paid well, a whole lot of things will reduce. I still know that there will be the greedy ones.
Right.
But a whole lot of things will reduce. Let's assume now that a policeman, by being a policeman now, your children automatically have free education to university level. You understand me? You have a house given to you.
Do you think that will make them more motivated to serve?
That, okay, now your children are taken care of from nursery 1 to university level.
But they are provided accommodation for.
And at the end of the day, you are given accommodation, a good accommodation, not just somewhere that you cannot go and sit down and eat. I've visited some police quarters before. You can't stay there and eat. At least I can use Aba, for instance. I lived in Aba. I had friends that their parents were police people. Most of those places are not looking good. You understand me? Now, if these 2 things are taken out of the way, the man now knows that, okay, but on retirement, there is this waiting for you. And then you are being paid well while you are also on active service. If you now get greedy and begin to try to grab more, then that one will now understand that you are, the corruption is in your blood. You understand?
One last question, when these guys stand on the road and they collect money, is usually, it has been rumored severally, allegedly, that they have a boss that they give the money to.
Definitely, everything collected on that road is accounted for somewhere.
What are the odds that when somebody that was previously paying to the boss get to the position of the boss, that they would not also do the same thing?
That is what I'm saying now. All these things are, it begins from the grassroots.
All right.
You see, it begins from the grassroots. Now, if these things are corrected, I've heard the IG say severally that police shouldn't take money from you, police should not do this, police should not do this. And there are some jobs that the police do on the road that is meant for road safety, it's not for them. But they do it. And when you try to talk about it, they arrest you. Why would you insult? They will turn it that you are assaulting a police officer. So for me, I still believe in this country, and I know that one day there are leaders that will arise out of different sectors that will begin to challenge certain things. This issue of the police arresting an innocent boy and then the parents come and say that the only reason why I arrested the boy was because he dyed his hair. How is that a crime?
And he was made to write that he's a criminal. And he's underage.